Hey everybody, Swonic here, and today we're gonna add a new roster to the Pokemon World Tournament. The PWT invites gym leaders and champions from around the globe to decide who's the very best like no one ever was. But for some reason the Elite Four aren't invited to the tournament. If Pokemon League members aren't allowed in the tournament, then why invite the champions anyway? Today, I'll be adding an Elite Four tournament to the PWT with how I think their teams would be. But before we start this video, I'd like to thank Very Big Matt 2270 for the inspiration for the video. First off is Kanto. I'll be skipping Lance because he's already registered in the Champions Tournament. Agatha will have a Gengar, Alola Marowak, Annihilate, Mismagius as a reference to her Misdreavus from her rematch team in Fire Red and Leaf Green, Mimikyu because it imitates Pikachu, which is from Kanto, and Cofagrigus. Bruno will have Machamp, Poliwrath, Blazebeak Tauros, Hitmonlee, Chan, and Top. Lorelei will have Lapras, Cloyster, Galarian Darmanitan, Mr. Rhyme, Alola Ninetales, and Mamoswine, a reference to her Piloswine from her rematch team in Fire Red Leaf Green. Next is Johto. I'll be skipping Bruno because I just did his team. Karen will have Houndoom, Umbreon, Honchkrow, Tyranitar, Overqwil, because thanks to the Indigo Disc, we now know that Hisui Quillfish are somehow still alive and kicking, and not extinct. Unlike most Hisuian forms. And Weavile. Koga will have Crobat, Muk, Tentacruel, Toxicrow from his HeartGold SoulSilver rematch team, Venomoth, and Ariados. Will have a Xatu, Farigiraf, Slowking, Espeon, and Bronzong and Gardevoir from his rematch team in HeartGold SoulSilver. Now for the Hoenn Elite Four. I'm not sure if the PWT is going to be remade in an eventual Unova remake. They would allow generational gimmicks. I'll just go along with it. Drake will have Mega Salamence, Flygon, Kingdra, Altaria, Dragalge for fairy coverage, and Turtonator, because look at his team. He clearly needs some ice coverage. Glacia will have Mega Glalie, Walrein, Frostlass, Abomasnow from her Oras rematch team, Rotom, and Vanilluxe from the same rematch team. Phoebe will get a Mega Sableye, Dusknoir, Bayonet, Shedinja, Frostlass, and Cursula, because Johtonia Corsola is in the Hoenn Dex, and because I completely forgot about it in my last Elite Four video. Thank you Sojo Gojo 2027 for pointing it out, I'm an idiot. And lastly, Sydney. He gets a Mega Absol, Shiftry, Sharpedo, Zoroark, Grimmsnarl, and Mandibuzz, who came from Oras' rematch team, except for Grimmsnarl. Now for Sinnoh. Aaron will have a Vespiquen, Yanmega, Armaldo, Heracross, Scizor, and Araquanid. Bertha gets a Hippowdon, Rhyperior, Torterra, Gliscor, Gastrodon, and Mamoswine. Flint has an Infernape, Magmortar, Rotom, issuing Arcanine because thanks to Perrin, we now know that the species is still alive somehow. Ninetales, and Cerulege. Lucian will have a Bronzong, Gallade, Alakazam, Farigiraf, Slowbro, and Armarouge. Kalos is next. Yeah, I'm skipping the Unova Elite Four, because for some reason the Unovan League members aren't allowed in the PWT. I assume it's because you can already rematch them in the actual Unova League, so putting them in the PWT seems redundant. But then again, you can fight Cynthia in the Daltown and the PWT, so what do I know? Draston will have a Noivern, Mega Garchomp, Gudra, Dragalge, Tyrantrum, and Altaria. Malva will have a Talonflame, Mega Houndoom, Delphox, Volcarona, Torkoal, and Chandelure. Seabolt gets a Barbarical, Mega Blastoise, Greninja, Politoed, Gyarados, and Quagsire. Wickstrom has an Aegislash, Mega Scizor, Klefki, Escavalier, Corviknight, for obvious reasons, and Aggron for fire coverage. Now for Alola. Acerola gets a Palossand, Mimikins and Greedy Rapu from the anime, Alola Marowak, Decidueye, and Goldengo, because it was mentioned that Acerola is the last descendant of an Alolan royal family. Hala gets a Crabominable, Beware, Komodo, Hariyama, Annihilate, and Conkeldurr. Kahili will have a Tau Cannon, based on Oricorio, Skarmory, Braviary, Pelipper, and Hawlucha. Moraine has an Alolan Dugtrio, Metagross, King Gambit, Klinklang, Ferrothorn, and Klefki. And finally, Olivia gets a Midnight Lycanroc, Alola Golem, Minior, Gigalith, Cradily, and Glimmora. And lastly, Paldea. Hassel will have a Baxcalibur, a Chaladon, Dragonite, Kingdra, Dragalge, and Gudra. Larry will have a Flamigo, Bombardier, Kilowattrel, Staraptor, Aerodactyl, and Swellow. Poppy gets a Tikaton, Goldengo, Bronzong, Empoleon, Escadrille, and Bastiodon. And finally, Rika. She has a Clodsire, Toedscruel, Camerupt, Seismitoad, Crocodile, and Donphan. And that's it! That's the Elite Four with how I think their teams would be in the PWT. If you have any team suggestions, leave them in the comments below, or we can discuss them together in my Discord in the description below. Alright, see ya!